Hello everybody, welcome back to more political chatter. We are doing another 2024 election prediction. This one is between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in 2024. So this, obviously you know that they ran against each other in 2016. Clinton Democrat, Trump Republican, and then Trump won. He wins for re-election in 2020, loses, and in 2024, if he wins, he would be running for a second non-consecutive term. Now, I do this scenario occasionally, every few months. It always changes as time goes on. Of course, Biden's unpopularity will hurt any Democratic nominee, Hillary Clinton especially being one of them, saying that she's very much an establishment Democrat, meaning that she is closely aligned with the Biden administration. I think that she would win California and Washington solidly, along D.C., Maryland, New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Vermont, and then Illinois and Hawaii also. And then, there were very Democratic states that she won in 2016. However, they were not so solid. That means states like Oregon, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maine's first, and Delaware, even though it is Biden's home state, I think that he is unpopular enough to disadvantage the Democrats here. It only went to her by 11.5% in 2016. Moving on to save Republican states for Trump, the ones I'm characterizing right now, the Nebraska districts. You know them. I don't even have to say them. I go through them every video. South Carolina, Hillary Clinton is she does very well among the African-American population, especially that African-American population in the South. So I do believe that state like South Carolina would stay likely for Trump, not solid, even with Biden unpopular. I think that Texas would stay solid, not solid, likely. I don't really see this going into the lean or definitely not safe column either. And then, Trump, he won big in 2016 in Iowa and Ohio, but the thing is, 2020, he wins big again in both of these states, which was really, really amazing because so many states shifted to the left so much, but Iowa and Ohio, there was an exception in both of these states. These states did not shift much to the left at all. So first of all, 2016 shows that Hillary Clinton does not have an appeal in these two Rust Belt states. And let's just do Nebraska second while we're at it in these two states in one district. 2020 shows that a moderate Democrat does not. Clinton and Biden were both moderate Democrats, and they do not do well here. Bernie does well here in the primaries, and Obama did well here. So, Iowa and Ohio, they're going to go likely Trump. I mean, honestly, I could see both of these states actually becoming, being close to becoming solid, but not quite. I'm going to give Nebraska second lean Trump, just because Biden did do better here than Trump did in 2016. Moving on to Alaska, I see Trump winning here by likely margin. Then going down to a state like Florida, I think that Trump would grab more than 5% margin here. This is definitely a state that's shifting more Republican. But really, they did not like Hillary Clinton much, and they did not like Biden much. It shifted to the right in 2020, the state of Florida. And saying that they have two Republican senators and they have one Republican governor, all three of which are pretty popular. I mean, Rubio and DeSantis are very popular. Rick Scott, he's kind of boring, but still approved of. So the Florida's a very Republican state, and sure, it's thought of as a swing state, but really, if you really look at it, Republicans lead the state of Florida. So I do think that this would go likely for Donald Trump. Going up to Maine second, Trump has some strange appeal up here. It's really weird. A lot of young population in Maine's second district, so she would win here. And then, basing it off of the 2016 election where Hillary Clinton won likely in Maine's first and Trump won likely in Maine's second. I think that Maine at large vote would be lean because it was lean in 2016. It's exactly the same here. Don't want to breathe into the microphone. Going up to let's go to New Hampshire. I think that Hillary Clinton would be able to win this state by a tilt margin. I think that she would do slightly better here than she did in 2016. Here's my reasoning. Trump did so well in a lot of these states because people didn't really know how his presidency would be. They were kind of unsure. While Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, they thought of her as a very much a copy of Obama. Like not like a copycat type, but just like a copy machine prototype, not a prototype, whatever, of Obama, just another form of Obama is, for lack of better words, alright? So, but they didn't really know how Trump was going to be. So a lot of people voted for Trump in 2016 because they didn't know how he was going to be. But then in 2020, and we take a state like New Hampshire, into this. Then in 2020, they know how he is. They found out how Trump's presidency was going to be, and they were kind of, backed away from him, right? Because New Hampshire is very much a moderate state. So fast forward to 2020. Let's go to 2016. Sorry. Hillary wins here by 0.37%, by a tilt margin. Go to 2020. It goes to Biden by, 10%, 9%? That is an amazing shift, and because this is a moderate state, they backed away from Trump after finding out how radical he is. Both Biden unpopular and Hillary Clinton still untrusted by the American people. I do think that state of Virginia would be to Clinton. Virginia hates Trump, absolutely hates Trump. And remember, Hillary Clinton did better here than Obama did in 2012. That's pretty amazing. I think Virginia will stay likely for Hillary Clinton. They have remained extremely friendly to her. Then going to states like New Mexico, I think this would be likely for Hillary Clinton. I'm actually going to make that. I really see Hillary Clinton still turning out Latino voters down in the Southwest. I really see it. But will it be enough? I think in a state like New Mexico will be, but in more of a swing state like Nevada, this will probably be lean Trump. Then going to Arizona, is another state with a lot of Latinos, but it's even more swingy than Nevada, so I do think they would also go lean Trump, so here's my reasoning there. But coming out of the state of Colorado, this will be Clinton. It will probably be lean because there are a lot of people who are willing to switch sides, and, she didn't do that well here in 2016, and she'll probably do worse here in 2024. Moving on to Minnesota, this is another state that was really close in 2016 and then really went for Biden. It would probably go lean Clinton, because they don't like Trump particularly. I mean, it's like New Hampshire. It was close in 2016, but it still went to Hillary Clinton. We have to take that in mind. And then in 2020, they found out how he was, and they went a lot Democratic, right? So, state of Minnesota, I think, would go lean Clinton, as it was in 2016. But going to the blue wall, probably Wisconsin will be lean. Michigan will probably be lean, because there are a lot of white rural voters who will go back to the to the Republican Party. There were a lot of white blue-collar workers in the blue wall who had switched Democratic in 2020 because, they just didn't feel right voting for Trump. He was kind of like, do I really want to, this guy who a lot of people hate in office? And, because of public opinion, I feel a lot of people switch sides. But I think in 2024, where there's so much inflation and all this, and so many people hate Biden now, they go with the public opinion. And I think that a lot of these voters will go back into the Trump column, and I think that he will be able to win by a lean margin in all of the blue wall. Going down to Georgia and North Carolina, sure, Hillary Clinton is popular among African Americans, but ultimately, with Biden unpopular, I really don't see it being enough. A lot of them will stay home. I think Trump will win both Georgia and North Carolina by a lean margin. So, this is the electoral map. Donald Trump wins with 313 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 225. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, also, today is the State of the Union. Tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 8:39 for me here. I have 20 minutes to upload this video, and I'll be watching. You should too. It's definitely very historic speech, as any State of the Union is, so tune in for that. Be, hopefully pretty cool to see. Hope, people actually, I hope people listen to it. I hate how everyone just hates each other right now in this country. Maybe maybe people could, maybe Biden will give a really good speech, and I hope that if it's really good, then people will actually recognize that, and root for good things to happen instead of wanting to hate the person in office. So yeah, tune in for that, and I will see you all tomorrow.